Jason, can I give you a little bit more props than you already rightfully got? A lot of people come up to me when I walk to when I go to events or I'm walking down the street because I get a lot of hate, but that's online, and in real life I get a lot of love from all kinds of places. And they come up to me and they say, "Oh, Sylvana, you inspire us, and you give us words, you give us strength, and whatever." But I wouldn't have the guts to do what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for you guys. Because I can do what I do on a political plane because I know that there's grassroots organizations organizing these protests. These are the people that I know are doing the dirty work, where for me it is relatively easy to use my platform, my, let's just say social circle or social status or however you want to call it, to politically implement the awareness that you're raising, not just amongst the people, but also within me. I made it a point specifically to come to anti-Zwarte Piet protest, and the only reason I dared to do it, because I have grown kids and they were like, "Oh no, Mom, it's dangerous, and you might get hurt, blah blah blah." But I wanted to experience it firsthand. I'm not that type of activist, but activism has a lot of faces, a lot of different shapes. And it's because I know that I can feel, just imagine, I'm sitting at home this year. I was sitting at home and I was watching the live, I think it was Mitchell who was doing, somebody anyway, I was watching the live feed on the bus, so I was seeing this happening. And more than anything, that inspires me to become active and fight for civil rights, because we are talking about different identities, but number one, our number one identity is we're human beings, so this is about civil rights. So it's not just the necessity that comes to the surface, but if this young woman is willing to put her body and her physical health and her emotional health and her spiritual health on the line for my well-being, the well-being of my children and my future grandchildren, then I cannot afford simply to sit back and do nothing. Woo! So it's everybody, inspiring everybody to find their own way of putting their power, you used the word power before, of putting their power into place where it matters and where it can reach effect. So trust that you're my inspiration. You're my inspiration. These women, I'm in love with this one. But you're my inspiration. So I think it's important that we come together and not only share our successes, because another thing, we have to redefine success. We really have to redefine success. The mere fact that we're together in this room, that is success. The mere fact that I have the freedom to run for, that is success. We wouldn't be here if other people before us, the giants whose shoulders we're standing on, were sitting there at home thinking, is this going to make an impact? You just shared a story about how it took some while for the hashtag to come to the body that it is today. But what if you had not started it? So we have to redefine success. Success is not what we can feel and touch in this room today, but it will be my grandchildren going to the national intocht of Sinterklaas without Black Pink being there. And that's what we're working on today.
Success and redefining success. And to come back to redefine success, also within my own community, is also talking about the sense of being an inclusive space, to talk about unity and what does unity means to us, right? And how do we move forward as a collective. I want to ask this question to Naomi. I was wondering, which conversation do you think is needed for us in the Netherlands in order to have a sense of unity?
Okay, real short. All Black Lives Matter. And I think everything is said there. All Black Lives Matter. So in the Netherlands, people really need to understand it's not about straight, cis men, but it's about every Black life. And if one of us is in pain or injustice, all of us encounters this. So in the Netherlands, we need to really have a talk or think about is that all Black Lives Matter. So when you think that you're really screaming Black Lives Matter and you're saying no, homosexuals are not allowed, or no, shut your mouth because you're a woman, or feminists are not allowed, you're not being all Black Lives Matter. Amen. So that's all Black Lives Matter.